1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Humayun Zeb Abbasi. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says Pakistan looks forward to engaging with United States at all levels to promote bilateral relations between the two sides. Meeting of a Parliamentary Committee on National Security will be held in Islamabad tomorrow to discuss current national security issues. Minister for Poverty Alleviation has announced to establish Nashnuma centers in all districts of the country to address the issues of malnutrition. Minister for National Health Services has appealed the people to observe precautionary measures in view of rising COVID cases. Kashmiris on both sides of line of control and world over will observe Martyrs' Week from Wednesday to remember those who laid their lives from freedom of their motherland. United Nations has called on Libyans to avoid violence and maintain stability in Libya. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says Pakistan looks forward to engaging with the US administration at all levels to promote bilateral relations, including trade and investment. In a tweet, he extended heartiest felicitations to the people and government of the United States on their Independence Day. The Prime Minister said, "It is my pleasure to extend the heartiest felicitations and greetings to the people and government of the United States on their Independence Day." Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has directed the Frontier Works Organization (FWO) to open the Tormak section of the Jaglot-Skardu Road on emergency basis. The Prime Minister took notice of the situation in view of the difficulties faced by the stranded people and tourists in the area as heavy rainfall and landslide blocked the road for 6 days during 2 weeks. He ordered unblocking of the road with the help of additional machinery and workforce and also stressed the provision of unnecessary items to local and foreign tourists. Shehbaz Sharif emphasized to pace up the work in the view of the travel of residents to their homes ahead of the upcoming occasion of Eid al-Adha. The vehicular traffic between Jaglot to Skardu remained blocked on second consecutive day today. The road was blocked on Tormak due to landslides and rockfall. Workers of Frontier Works Organization have fixed a target to restore traffic till on Thursday. Our Gilgit correspondent Sher Mohammed reports that Store Skardu Road via Devsai is open for all type of traffic. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has directed to revise the policy of gas load shedding for gas-fired power plants to ensure productive delivery of exports. He was chairing a meeting in Lahore to discuss problems of those industrial and export sectors that help promote investment in the country. The Prime Minister said economic survival of the country lies in the immediate resolution of problems of industrial and export sector, which would help provide Pakistani exports access to the global markets. He had directed representatives of business community to hold meeting with the concerned ministers and discuss their problems to resolve energy supply issues of industry, especially the textile sector, on priority basis. Meeting of the Parliamentary Committee on National Security will be held in Islamabad tomorrow to discuss current security issues. Speaker National Assembly Raja Parvez Ashraf will chair the meeting. A letter has been sent to the member of the committee to attend the meeting, including leader of the opposition in National Assembly, senior parliamentary leaders of both the houses, federal ministers, senior political leaders, provincial chief ministers, President and Prime Minister of Azad Jammu and Kashmir and Chief Minister of Gilgit-Baltistan. The committee will also be attended by senior members of the National Assembly and the Senate members of standing committees on Defence, Federal Secretaries Defence, Foreign Affairs, Interior, Kashmir Affairs, Health and National Security Division, 4 provincial chief secretaries, Chief Secretary Azad Jammu and Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. Minister for Poverty Alleviation and Social Safety Shazia Marie has announced to establish Nashnuma centers in all districts of the country to address the issue of malnutrition amongst the children of deserving families. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, she said 21 billion rupees have been embarked for those projects in the annual budget 2022-23. She said currently there are 50 centers in the country. The minister said 364 billion rupees have been allocated for Benazir Income Support Program, increasing it to 45.6% as compared to last year. She said 10,000 additional scholarships will be this year under the SR scholarship to the deserving students. She said currently children whose parents have income amount 40,000 rupees are getting this scholarship. But we have proposed that income slab for this scholarship which should be increased to 80,000 rupees, keeping in view the inflation and economic woes. She said 500,000 more people from Balochistan will be included in BISP, which will help cover 65 to 70% of the population of the province. Listeners, this is Radio Pakistan. Minister for National Services Abdul Qadir Patel has appealed the people to observe precautionary measures in view of rising trend of COVID cases. Talking to media in Islamabad today, he said the positivity ratio of corona cases is over 4%. He said the government has issued the standard operating procedures which were evolved earlier to prevent spread of the virus. He said SOPs for the government offices have also been issued. He said 176 people were hospitalized and around 5 people are on ventilators during the last 24 hours. The minister said around 86% of Pakistan's population is vaccinated, while we are trying to inject booster shots to 1 million people. He said instructions have been issued to provinces to keep ready all the arrangements, including isolation centers, in view of growing number of COVID cases. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and the world over will observe Martyrs' Week from Wednesday till 13th of this month to remember Kashmiri martyrs who laid their lives for the freedom of their motherland from illegal occupation and physical oppression. According to Kashmir Media Service, call for the observance of week has been given by the All Parties Hurit Conference. In a statement, APHC urged the Kashmiris across the world to hold anti-India rallies, take out processions and arrange seminars to highlight the sufferings to the Kashmiri people at the hands of brutal Indian forces in the occupied territory. In a statement, Jammu and Kashmir Democratic Freedom Party urged world human rights bodies to take effective notice of the shifting over 50 Kashmiris from Jammu to different jails of India. In view of objection raised by some G20 countries, the venue of G20 summit is likely to be shifted from Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir to New Delhi. According to reports, announcement by the Modi government to host the event in disputed Jammu and Kashmir triggered diplomatic tensions as some important G20 countries, including China, not supported the idea. The Hindu quoted officials saying India is expected to host the G20 summit in Delhi, while a number of states have been asked to suggest venues for about 100 preparatory meetings expected to be held between December 2022 and November 23 during India's G20 presidency. The UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has called on Libyans to avoid violence and maintain stability in Libya. In a statement, the UN spokesperson Stephen Dujarric said that the Secretary General is following the concern the demonstrators that were held in several cities in Libya, including Tripoli, Tobruk, and Benghazi. He said the UN chief called on protesters to avoid acts of violence and on the security forces to exercise utmost restraints. And finally, the weather report. Hot, humid and partly cloudy weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain with wind and thunder showers is expected in Islamabad, Upper Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Sindh, Balochistan and Kashmir. Once again, we'll look into the main headlines. Prime Minister says Pakistan looks forward to engaging with the United States at all levels to promote bilateral relations between the two sides. Meeting of Parliamentary Committee on National Security will be held in Islamabad tomorrow to discuss current national security issues. Minister for Poverty Alleviation has announced to establish Rashnuma centers in all districts of the country to address the issue of malnutrition. Minister of National Health Services has appealed the people to observe precautionary measures in view of rising COVID cases. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, you can always log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. You can also watch live video streaming for bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.